Professor Cheryl Cohen is a medical doctor who specializes in clinical microbiology, epidemiology. She currently serves as the head of the Center for Respiratory Disease and Meningitis at the National Institute for Communicable Diseases in South Africa. Professor Cohen works closely with the National Department of Health to generate evidence that guides policy about the control and management of respiratory diseases. She led the establishment of a national surveillance program for severe acute respiratory infections in South Africa in 2009. She leads a research team in the field of respiratory diseases with the focus of the burden of disease, risk groups, and transmission, as well as assessments of the impact and effectiveness of interventions to reduce disease burden. During the COVID-19 epidemic in South Africa, Professor Cohen led the workstream for surveillance programs and public reporting. She is a member of several national and international advisory committees and working groups that are mainly related to influenza and other respiratory viruses. She is a member of the board of the International Society for Influenza and Other Respiratory Viruses, the chair of the African Network for Influenza Surveillance and Epidemiology, and a member of the Ministerial Advisory Committee for COVID-19 vaccines. She has been the coordinator for the Infectious Diseases Epidemiology module of the Masters in Epidemiology and Biostatistics at the University of the Witwatersrand since 2006, and coordinator of the Epidemiology module for the Masters in Vaccinology since 2019. She was the recipient of the South Africa Medical Research Council's Silver Medal for outstanding contributions to health research. In 2022, her profile featured in Lancet Infectious Diseases, promoting evidence-based health policy. And then in 2020, she received a personal profile feature in the Bulletin of the World Health Organization. She holds a Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery in Medicine from the University of the Witwatersrand, a Diploma in Tropical Medicine and Hygiene with distinction from the University of the Witwatersrand, a Master's in Epidemiology with distinction from the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, and a PhD in Epidemiology. Professor Cohen received funding for a number of research projects from the SAMRC. This was particularly important during COVID-19 when there were mechanisms for rapid funding.